Thanks for push and play. You're watching Joyce Behind the Mic, the show where life, living, live music takes center stage. We're back, y'all.
Hip, hip, right. Round two. Let's go.
Hanging out with Brett Axelson in the Life Amplified Lounge.
Okay.
We just wrapped up a hilarious game. And
Swag.
we just finished talking about family matters and things that are important to you.
Yeah, I hate all my family members. Anyway, go ahead. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love y'all.
This round, we're breaking it down. And we're going to deep dive into the music industry.
Thought we about the music. Okay.
We're deep diving into the music industry.
Oh, good. This is gonna get weird.
Gonna get.
Could get hairy, maybe. We'll see.
Gonna get something. All right. Time to get real.
All right.
I want to get to know your journey in music a bit better. I know that your list of achievements includes a self-recorded album that was played on the radio. Tell us about that album.
That was the best time of my life. It was a band out of Austin, Texas, called Tomball TX, and we kind of got to this. We hired the last guy. And, we had went through quite a few changes in the beginning until we finally felt like this is the nucleus. This is it. Mm-hmm. And Mark Russell was the last addition where we were like, yeah. Mark and Paul. So Paul Schultz was our drummer, and Mark Russell was our guitarist and keyboard player and singer, and I was a guitarist and singer, and Brent Samperi was our bass player. And we decided all of us love writing songs. So we were like, man, let's do an album. Let's just do it. So we worked. It took us a year. Well, we played 5 and 6 days a week. That's how much we played. We'll get to that part about the music industry. And we just were, so to record the record, we only had like a day off to go to the studio.
Right.
So it took a year to finish that record.
Wow.
We spent that was in 93. We finished it in 93, started in 92.
How many songs were on that album?
11 with some extra little, funny things in there. Mm-hmm. We got some comedy stuff on it.
Oh, that's unique and awesome.
Yeah, we had some funny little stuff on there.
I'll have to find some sound bites on that.
We'll show you guys. We spent $36,000 to make that record. Back then, that was a lot as a self-independent, guys. Had a great engineer. He was a hard ass. Holy shit, John Fevick. If you ever see this, John, we love you, but damn, the guy was brutal. He was just and we didn't have pitch correction back then.
No.
So
it was all you.
And when you hear the record, I should have brought it. I didn't even think about that. I had one at the house. There's a lot of cool stories about this album. So we did almost all 4-piece. We all sang. So it was almost
like
all
quartet-ish?
Yeah.
Like 4-part harmonies?
Yes, on almost every song.
Wow.
So to hear that, we had to sing all those in key. So that's what took us forever. It was the vocals, the drum. Matter of fact, our drummer and bass player Brent and Paul, they worked together like hand and glove. They were so tight. They were always together. They always listened to each other when they play. They went in and recorded the whole record in 2 days. Over, done. It was perfect. And we were like, damn. Me and Mark were like, it's going to take a little longer for us, guys. Sorry about that. You guys might be waiting for a while on this album, So, long story short, record came out in 93. We were playing all over the place, from Jackson, Mississippi, to Panama City Beach, Florida, to Albuquerque, New Mexico, to Colorado. We were all over the place, traveling.
Doing your own booking?
Yes. Well, we did have an agent that helped us with some of it, but we did a lot of it. And it was going great. And when we got to Amarillo, it was the weirdest phenomenon.
I lived in Amarillo for 4 years.
Okay. This is the weirdest thing that ever happened. We were going up there. We were playing at a place. I can't think of the name of the bar. Right. I'm sorry, I can't remember it. But it will probably come back to me. We started playing, and we started playing our songs at the shows. No matter what, we always we're doing 11 songs. We're doing every song on that record. We're doing it. I mean, we were trying to sell ourselves. We wanted a record deal. That's what we were shooting for. And so we started playing. Well, one night, the crowds were getting bigger and better. And so one night, one of the radio from a Clear Channel station, 106 point something, it was the Clear Channel of Amarillo. He came out and because he was hearing a hype. He kept hearing about this band out of Houston that's just drawing, tons of people, and that they got some songs. So he came out and he absolutely fell in love with the band. And he was like, I want to interview you on radio, period.
Double take.
Yes. He said, I want to. So next thing you know, we went to the radio station. He would interview us. He would play a song. He would interview us. He'd play a song. He would interview us. He'd play a song. And when we thought that was it, when I remember going home, and I remember one of my friends texting me and going, dude, we're listening to She's Got the Love or Night Games. I don't even remember which one it was. And I was like, what do you mean? We're not even there. And they had put it in rotation. So our songs in Amarillo were in rotation, right along with Bon Jovi, right along with Def Leppard, right along with, and so that made the Amarillo think that we were signed rock stars. So it was we weren't.
But what did that change anything? Like you take your music situation, like your current, schedule and everything, your, projected value, all the things that you are, but did having this song or an album put on the radio, did that shape shift y'all's situation much?
It went from good to we were selling out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sold out. People standing in line waiting to get into the shows. That's how weird it was. They were climbing over the wooden fences and jumping into the volleyball sand pits, sneaking in to see the shows.
Wow.
It got insane. I don't even understand. It wasn't even real. It was real, but it wasn't real to us. We're like,
it's surreal.
It was surreal because these people really thought we were like signed rock stars. Our songs are on the radio, man. So it was crazy. But what happened was 91 is when Nirvana came out. By 93, that movement was in full force. Yeah. Grunge was in full force, and that record, if we even had a chance, because we were trying to get a distribution deal from a company out of Lubbock. They had heard the whole deal about this band. Matter of fact, that even their main channel, whether it's 3, 11, 10, 6, I don't know what their channels were, they came out and did a big show. They had to come and do an interview of the band, like we were real, but we weren't real. We weren't signed, but they thought we were. So it was the coolest, greatest moment for us because it was just fun. The crowd was eating it up. They loved the songs. They were playing the songs on the radio. It was all good. And then the band disintegrated after that. Just boom, it was over with.
Wow.
Because grunge kicked in, the songs, nobody cared for pop.
Styles had changed.
No, it was so different. And so that was the end of that. That was the end of the record. But what crazy is, in 2008, I signed a small record contract for that record to be released.
Oh, man.
Yeah, out of Las Vegas. Yeah. And
wow.
So it ended up being sold. Well, matter of fact, somebody said, I just saw this album, the Double Take album, Brett, on eBay for sale for $275.
Oh.
That's that album, just the one.
Wow.
So hell weird, right?
Yeah, but what a cool story, though.
So it was, even though I didn't see anything, or none of us saw any fame or money from that thing, it still got out there and did its thing. And,
yeah, the sensation was real.
And the reason it got big and that they signed us is because it was a cult following for the 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling, there were so many people wanted the 80s. People just wanted any of the 80s music and they were buying it. It was like a cult kind of thing. So they looked us up and heard our album and said, we want to sign we checked your album. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. What drew you to work in the live music industry, and how did you get started in the music world? How did you get started in music?
My sister. End of the story. She is older, and she always bought 45 records. When she would work at home, because we all had to get our allowance, so we had to do our, to get our allowance from our parents. And my sister would go buy a 45 record. I would give all my money and take all my friends to the store and just buy candy for everybody.
I was gonna say most kids buy candy, and
I just bought. That's what I do with my money. I just gave it away, and she would buy 45 records, and my brother would keep his. And so my sister would come home and go, "I want you to come in here and listen. I got a new record. Come in, come listen." She just made me. And so I didn't, so I'd have to go. My older sister, whatever tells me. Okay. Well, I remember hearing Creedence Clearwater Revival. I remember hearing the one that really, really made me go, "What the hell?" was the 45 record of Help from the Beatles, and on the B side, oh my goodness, and on the B side was Down, I'm Down, and that was it. I just knew I liked music. What got me into the really being it was my best friend bought a guitar, and I was watching him play, and he was actually playing it, and I thought, well, I could do that. I mean, I was kind of jealous, so I bought a guitar too. I wanted to play too, and so I just bought a guitar. Next thing you know, him and I started learning things together. We ended up putting a band together when we were 16, 17, and that's where I just self-taught everything. I started singing.
But you don't only play guitar, I play
bass.
You're a multi-instrumentalist.
I played bass.
So
I played bass for 13 years with Rat Ranch.
Let's run down a list of instruments that Brett plays.
Well, I don't play as many as I can play small parts. Like on keyboards, I can play small things. I can't just get on a keyboard and play piano. I can't do that. But if I hear something and know it's a part that goes, I can find those notes and then I can do it. So
I was my head was, I was already jamming around.
Now drums, no. I feel like I have great timing and great rhythm. But for me to go, and I can't do it. I can't. It pisses me off.
I'm so impressed when I watch people do it, because I look at them and I'm like, okay, they've got 2 feet going, they've got this going, and I'm like, every part of your body is flying off in some different direction, hitting some 8th note or a quarter note or some half note, and I'm like, and then I'm the one on top of the damn sing on top of that, and I'm like, how the hell do you do all that? I can't.
I don't get it.
I can't.
I don't even.
Mad respect for that.
So I program a drum machine for my songs and I can do stuff like that. So I mean, I can play it's just weird. I use my ear.
Relative.
If you give me a harmonica, for example, I'll be able to play it. I don't know, it won't be good, but I'll hear the notes and go, I happen
to have a harmonica right here.
Don't do it.
Just a second.
You don't want to go there.
Jessica, I don't.
But
I'll save the harmonica for later.
My ear can pick things up pretty good. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
So I can learn stuff fairly. I can actually play drums. I can go, but that's it. That's it.
That's better than some people, and we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on a little further into the music industry.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about some trends in the music industry. And I want to know your opinion. What would you say some of the biggest challenges facing the live music industry today are? What are some of the biggest challenges that we face?
Man, I might upset some people on this one, but
because it ain't all peaches and gravy.
No. Okay. The truth of the matter is this: evolution's evolution. Mm-hmm. Okay, this world evolves and never stops. And so, what's happened, in my personal opinion, y'all looking at me here. Okay. Anyway, I don't want anybody to get too upset about what I'm saying, but it's my personal opinion. I've been in this business for 40-something years, and I have watched it from thriving, completely. It was all about live music, restaurants, strip bars, the strip malls. There's a club in the corner of every mall. It was just vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution. Well, how did it change? It changed because the young people, and I'm not upset with you guys, the younger folks, but y'all, it's not y'all's even fault. But I don't even know, this didn't even come into my life ever until I was like 83 years old. But because I'm 91 now. So anyway, I still look pretty decent. What do you think? Still looking pretty good. No. But the truth is, I didn't have it. You guys did. So y'all, it was in your hands. And so y'all you can just sit and watch things, a concert right there. You could go, so to go out, why? Why? I mean, I even asked a young kid the other day, I was like, hey man, there's a band that's playing down the street. Would you like to go see them? And his exact response was, why? That's how he said. He goes, why? And I went, to go watch a live band.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I was like, to watch a live band. So that's what woke me up. I realized at that point, it really came down to evolution. And here's what also sucks. So our youngsters, parenting has changed because of evolution. And we've created some lazy people, and work ethic has gone out the door. Most of the clubs that I play and venues I play, one of the biggest downfalls that I've either heard from people that go is service sucks, or nobody goes out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, you need to understand something. It's killing the industry straight up. And I can't blame y'all, but it is, because here's why. I try to charge a certain number. I go in, I'm talking to these cameras, but I go in to sit there and say, I need this. Why are they going to pay me this number I throw at them? And then they go, who are you bringing in? And I can't bring anybody in anymore. I can't even promise, 50 people anymore. Back in the day, I could have promised you 200 or 400, but I can't even promise 10. So why would they do that? Think of it business-wise, people. If they're gonna sit there, they need to make $300 straight up from me you buying $300 of stuff from them.
Mm-hmm.
So they can pay me. And then, so they can make a profit off me, they have to make past that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they look out there and go, man, nobody was out there, we didn't even make, the waiters, the waitresses, what's that do for them? Now they aren't making any money. Guess what? Now their attitude's shit. So now they don't care. They're, hey, can you go bust that table, clean that table? I don't want to do that. And they'll quit and they'll walk off. They'll just walk off. They don't even want to clean the table. That's your job. I'm sorry, that's why you took the job. So I'm bitching a little bit because I want the younger people to understand something. I'm an older guy. You can call me old, crusty, whatever you want to call me. I worked hard. I came from a very hard-working type of time. I worked in the oil field back in the 70s, late 70s and 80s. That's how, you can add the numbers up if you want to. So I've been around and it was hard work, y'all. There was no lunch breaks and whatever. I worked my first job, working oil field, I was 15. We worked 36 straight hours. That was my first job in the oil field. They made us work 36 straight hours because the pipe from the rig was getting pulled from the hole. So, and you don't stop. It's got to come out so they can cap the rig. 36 straight hours coming out, rolling it on the pipe racks. And I was exhausted. And I knew right then, but did I bitch? No, I had a job. And I didn't say anything, I just did it.
Yeah.
People bitch now all the time and it's even to clean a table. You're bitching about cleaning a table?
Yeah, but it really makes, I think, in relationship to the musician's role in that evening, in that event, in that time, and in that space, it's really hard for you to leverage things because it's not you're not the reason that people don't come out all the time. It's not always the artist. Like I said, it's
no.
I mean, if you go to a restaurant and the service freaking sucks, like I said, I don't give a shit if Elvis was in the freaking building. They're gonna be like, look, every time I go there, I have to wait around for 3 hours and the service sucks.
That's exactly what they say. Sure.
You know, they will literally relive that horrible experience, and I don't give a shit. Like I said, if you're freaking Jesus on a mic, it doesn't matter. They'll be like, nah, that sucks. It's not worth it. I'll catch you somewhere else.
It's true.
So it's not the musicians doing.
And it's sad.
It's important for the team
Sure.
staff there.
Sure. And it's sad because there are certain, owners or general managers where they want to point a finger. I don't blame them. They're sitting there trying to figure it out themselves. Why? Because that's how they make their living. And if people don't go Uber Eats, again, evolution, technology, Uber Eats, hello.
Nobody drives anywhere, but just come to.
Nobody's going, why am I going to go anywhere?
Why am I going to Walmart? I can just go to Amazon. It should
boom,
be here
here it
minutes.
is. So it's become a easier access world.
And the modern day convenience of being able to watch concerts on your phone, it's really hard to upsell. Like, you really have to appreciate the live vibe, right? Because that's one thing you can't get from a phone.
That's how they make their monies too, though. Joyce knows this as well as I do. You guys need to understand something. Whoever thinks, I'm going to enlighten you all, okay? Because all you youngsters know, Apple Music, Spotify, Discoid, CD Baby, on and on and on. There's no money in that for us at all. Zero. There is a guy that knows Joe Bonamassa. I don't know if anybody,
We'll put an image up.
Okay, blues player. Okay, look it up yourself. You can look him up. Joe I can't ever say his last name right. But anyway, great blues guitarist, world-known guitarist. He had a friend of his, and I could have sworn he said, I forgot how many views. I'm not going to say the number, but it was a stupid astronomical number of streams of his song. He said, what did you make? He said, I made $736.
Yeah, they're talking in the millions of streams.
And it was
millions.
Millions. I think he said 30 million. I might be wrong. I thought he said something like 30 million streams, and he made $700 some. And you can look it up on Joe Bonamassa.
Do you know how hard it is to get 30 million streams?
Yes, this is my point. Y'all.
Like, we're shitting our pants like, I need 1,000, like, I packed 300, watch 300, 12.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
30 million.
They don't, y'all don't understand the money. So here's what my point was. The way they make money is if you go to shows and you're paying for tickets. Now, I'm not big enough to even sell tickets. So I just need you to come and buy dinner. If that'd be nice, come buy dinner and say hi, Brett. I mean, it'd help a lot. It would help me, but I don't even care about me. It helps the industry. How many places have you heard that have folded? They're gone. They're over. They closed because no one's going out. It's a part of this. It's sad. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just feel like live music, I dead swear to God, and I'll say it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm negative. I think it's over. I do. Unless you're Taylor Swift, unless you're Morgan Wallen, you got to be somebody gigantic, and you're fine. But even the Kevin Fowlers, okay, he made it at the right time, okay, because he made it in the 80s, late 80s, and so Kevin and the all those guys, the Texas guys, Pat Greens and stuff, and Jack Ingram, and Randy Rogers, Roger Krager, Randy Rogers. These guys, they did it the right time. They got lucky but if you go and look at their schedules, they used to play 4 and 5 shows a week. That's how they became millionaires. In my opinion, maybe Kevin sees this and goes, Brett, I sold cattle. Okay, sorry, Kevin. But I don't know. But I'm saying they played a lot, and they back then they were banking. They were selling out these dance halls that put in 1,200, 1,500 people at $30, $25 a head. They were making lots of money, y'all. And so, but if you look at their calendars right now, they're playing Fridays and Saturdays. That's it. They're not playing anymore 4 and 5 days a week. There's none. Cover bands, I used to be in them. I used to play, I just told you guys earlier, we used to play 5 and 6 days a week. We really did. We had, in Double Take, we had multiple years of 300 plus gigs a year.
That's insane.
True.
I know.
300. That's why I had vocal surgery. That's one of the reasons. But we played that much, y'all. And now there's no cover bands that play, but only Friday, Saturday. Because there's the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays and the Mondays and the Thursdays. There's none of those. So there you go. I just dunked a lot, but
no, that's okay. And also too, it's just like there's some cultural shifts. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes. I think this is going to be where it's important for musicians to learn to adapt. You know, because in order to stay relevant, and that's kind of the challenge. You know, getting people to come out when they don't want. Then you got inflation and shrinkflation going on, and people are like, I'm not paying $20 for 3.5 French fries anymore.
Sure.
You know,
I hope something changes. Trust me, I do.
Right?
And people wonder why.
Holler to the ones who make the rules around here.
Yeah, and if they wonder why, like, hey man, why are tribute bands such a big deal? Why? Very simple. They're tribute bands. What are they playing? What are they doing the tributes to? Bands from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So who are going to those shows? Do you see 21, 23-year-old people out there to those tributes? No, there's 60 and 70 and 80-year-old people that grew up with that music. And that's the people that used to go to concerts, live music. So that's why it's working. I'm afraid that that's even going to come to a screeching halt. Sorry, y'all, tribute people. I'm doing cover music. I'm basically a tribute guy myself. But I think it's all coming to a halt. And I don't want that to happen. So any of you club owners out there, don't give up. Another thing is, no advertisement. We don't have radio anymore. Back in the day, we had radio. The DJ would show up. He would do a live remote at the club, introduce the band, boom, boom, boom. This was huge. They had flyers that they had put out. It was on TV, they would even do stuff. So, and today, the social media, the clubs, and I'm just, I think the clubs need to be just as responsible to promoting the artists that are coming, that you are saying you have. We support live music. Well, so then let the people know exactly what you're hiring.
As much as you promote your drink specials and your bar staff,
you need to be promoting.
You need to promote the stage.
Yes, let people know, because there's people that'll come in and go, I didn't even know you were here. Oh,
like, that's ridiculous.
Or they say, well, I didn't know that you were all original. I would have gone to it. I didn't know you're all original. I'd rather hear original music than cover. So they need to know what they're coming to listen to, in my own personal opinion. So I just feel like we all need to do the best we can on the social media thing. And yes, I know y'all, you're right. It's all based on algorithms, and that kind of sucks, because you're like, wait a second, Facebook. I get it. You own the platform. I understand that. But at the same time, those 6,000 plus or 10,000 plus, those are my friends. So shouldn't my friends get my post? All of them? Shouldn't they all see it? No, it's only how much I'm on Facebook, and they allow only a certain amount of y'all to see it.
It's like to less than 10%.
It's sad. So then I go to my shows, and then somebody will go,
and then you go,
I didn't even know you were playing.
At followers or at everyone, and then everybody gets pissed off because you're mass targeting and mass tagging.
And they only allow you one highlight or one follow or some.
That's it. Yeah, only one.
Or one post. Yeah. So look, Facebook, if you hear me too, I mean, I get it.
We're begging over here, people.
It's y'all's. I get it. It's y'all's platform, and I understand, but we are paying. We do have to pay for that. So can you just give us a little bit? I mean, we're struggling. Let all of our friends see our posts. Is it really going to
love people?
Yeah, it's just going to help the economy
without us having to boost it.
So yeah. Anyway, there you go. That was my spill. Sorry.
Duly noted. Yeah. And I hope that people do realize the value in live energy, because it doesn't matter what what screen you're looking at or how awesome the artist is or the video is. There's something amazing that happens when you're in the presence, because you have that physical energy, that sound waves, the vibrations and the hertz and all the good stuff that happens.
It's juices, baby.
There's nothing
true.
like it. So I just, I'm encouraging everybody to take yourself out to a location. Go check out Brett. Go check out anybody, but go check out. Cell phones don't Cell phones don't.
Live music is a rare but beautiful thing. You know,
Yes.
it's beautiful. I'm just, so
All right, here's some more beautiful stuff.
Bring it.
All right. I think one of the things that you're totally allowed to brag about is the collection of original songs that you've written.
I'm proud of it.
So, tell us, if you can think of the number, how many original songs would you say you've written and recorded?
Written, hundreds. I don't know how many hundreds, but hundreds. Recorded, I think I have recorded probably, well, I have in my shows 70, and then 100, I've recorded probably 125, 150.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I have them all. They're all in the house on
Here's the
cassettes.
Here's the mathematical part that I didn't tell you. How many words are in all those songs, do you think? I'm just like, doesn't that blow your mind? The number of just like words, like you think about that, like hundreds of songs and then all those words. Man, that's a lot of words.
Wow, because I'm not a long, lengthy songwriter, lyric guy, but I'm not short either. Well, here's the thing. Getting into songwriting and numbers. People need to understand something about songwriting. First of all, I don't know why. I don't even know how it happens. I don't get it. It just comes into my head and it tells me, get on the guitar and make it happen. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you got to remember something. These songs is a story, and it's got to be done in about 3.5 minutes. So good luck trying to cram a big story that could have taken 20 years to happen, and you got to make that happen in 3.5 minutes. So that's already hard. You're already to kind of find the big meat and potatoes of what you're trying to get across in 3.5 minutes. That's tough already. Then you're trying to put a melody that makes sense with those words and works with the music that you've got. So there's a ton to it. So when it comes to the number, I would say there's probably words, 100 words in a song, 75 words in a song maybe. And then you multiply that by 100.
So we're just like having the millions, isn't
like
it?
400. That is a lot.
5 light years worth.
It's a lot.
5 light years worth. All
That's
right.
it. I got it. That's it. It's a lot.
Next question. If your life was a song, what would the title be? If your life so far was a song.
I was thinking about this. What would that be? And I came up with what I'm just going to call it. And I would call it the unexpected gift. Because I didn't see it coming. I didn't even know I was a musical person growing up as a kid. I didn't know I knew I liked it. And but it's been the unexpected gift because I've had so many gifts through it. I've been gifted a daughter. I've been gifted friends, fans. I've been gifted heartfelt moments. I remember there was a homeless man in Austin, Texas that lived, and he would come we played a place called Maggie Mae's on 6th Street in Austin, Texas for years. And he loved our band, and he would come to the window and stand and put his hand on the window, and while we were playing, so he could feel it.
Oh man!
And so he would put his hand on there, and he would like this, and he would just sit there and feel the music through his hand, and he would bob his head, and I remember one day he was doing it, and it was freezing, literally 30 degrees, 32 degrees. I don't remember. I know it was cold. And he was out there in a white t-shirt and jeans, no shoes. And he was just smiling and had his hand on there, and it just hit me all of a sudden. I'm like, it's freezing. And so we finished the song, and I told the guys, hang on a second. And I grabbed my jacket. I had a leather jacket I had. It was a nice leather jacket. I didn't care. And I took the jacket and I went straight out, around the door, because it literally, the stage is in the corner. And I went straight out the door, right around, and I looked at him. I pulled I had two gloves that are sitting inside. I pulled them both out. I put them, I helped him get them on his hands. I said, put this coat on. And I put the coat on him and I said, go home or go find somewhere warm. I know you love our music and I appreciate you so much, but go get warm. It's too cold. You don't even have any shoes on. God dang it. I was so upset. And I couldn't give him my shoes, but I was like, and he did, he left. And they were like, dude, they were all like, why'd you do that? And I was like, that was a good coat and whatever. And I never even thought about the coat. I really didn't. I just thought he was cold and so that's what I mean. Music gave me moments that I can look back and go, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad. I don't care. I mean, a coat's a coat. I'm going to die one day and I'm going to take the coat to heaven. I'm probably going to hell anyway and it's going to burn. So what the hell, I don't give a shit. Sorry. Go ahead. What's the next question?
Oh my. All right. Last question on this round, talking about the music industry. We're going to go a little bit further into some album questions here. All right. Your latest solo album is in the country category. It's titled Slow Groove. It was released in 2018 and it features 11 songs. Your very first band was called The Free Agents, eventually evolved into The Agents. But what I want to know is, in the music that you make today, are there any parts of music that are in your new albums that carry influences from those old days, or is this new, fresh?
Okay, well.
What influences does your old bands bring into your new albums?
The way I write, I still write the same. I'm a little more, I'm matured as far as a songwriter, to me.
The vernacular has changed.
I've made them, I think, a little bit more depth to them,
Sure.
Musically and lyrically, I think. But when I always write what I feel. I wait.
Emotional lyrics.
It's just everything. And what's funny is people go, oh, how do you write a song? I never write the lyrics first. Everybody think, what? No, I don't.
You make the music first?
Yes.
You make the melody.
I want to feel whatever I'm going to sing to.
Yeah, I feel like if you're juicing for a sad song, you're going to be pulling out some of those flat notes and you're going to be juicing on those sad vibes.
You just do.
And then if you want happy, you just go pluck from those A's.
And lyrically, it makes you go, oh. I mean, so I could write something and then try to fit it to something, but then now it's contrived and it's forced. I hate forced. Anything forced is
not organic.
No, I want it. They go, how do you do that? Then I'm like, well, I know it's crazy and I hate it sometimes because the process takes a long time. But once I write the music and I get the drums, the bass, the guitars, everything like I like it, then I go in and I put my headphones on and I just. Like you heard me today when I was playing that song, and I just told you, I said, I don't have lyrics yet. I'm just
freestyling.
I'm freestyling. And that's really what I do and then I record myself. I record my bullshit, whatever that comes, but that's what I'm feeling.
And then you do
so then I go in and I grab lyrics and go, boom, boom, to each melody and fit the story to the melody. That way I got the true feel of what I felt when I was singing it, and I put the words into that melody. It takes a long time. Sometimes it takes way too long. But when it's done, when it's all done, I'm like, I'm proud. That's exactly what I was hoping it would turn out to be.
The unexpected gift. That's the name of the song.
It's true.
If Brett was to call his life so far.
Yeah.
Unexpected gift. And I would, I concur with all of that. All right. That's going to wrap up round 2.
Wait, what?
Are you ready?
Just getting started.
All right.
Oh, got a game. Oh, shit.
That means it's another game time. All right. We've been talking, this whole segment has been about the music industry. It's songwriting and your collection of songs and the albums that you have out. With all of your songwriting abilities, you're definitely going to be a winner at this next game.
Oh. Maybe not.
We were just talking about some freestyling. We're going to tap into that.
Okay.
This game is called 30-Second Life Jam. You have 30 seconds to make up a jingle about your life. Are you ready? We're going to talk about
Wait a second.
We're going to not about your whole life. This is a specific subject, and I'm going to give you the subject. And then you get 30 seconds to turn it into a jingle. You ready?
But wait, hang on. With no guitars, no nothing?
Yep. We're just
I
going
have to sing something?
Yeah, we're just going to do a
I
little
can't
jingle.
sing like...
Yeah, you can.
I can't, actually.
All right, watch. This is called your gig day routine. Sing about your gig day routine for 30 seconds. Make it a jingle.
My gig day routine?
Gig day routine.
My gig day routine.
I'm going to give you a tempo here.
Too early in the morning to get up and do my thing. But I know I got to get up anyway, cause I love to sing. I hope somebody likes what I do. I hope they like my music, cause I'm coming whether you like me or not. And this kind of music, I lose it.
That was awesome. 30-second live jam. Gig day.
Damn.
Free flowing live. Man, that probably was so exhilarating.
There you go. I don't know, whatever that was. Sorry.
All right. Break time.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Break time.
A Sunday morning, I don't think I can get out of bed. It's all this pain and all this sorrow.
What's up, you guys? Thanks for hanging out with us. We're back from third round with Mr. Brett Axelson in the Life Amplified Lounge. We've talked about the music industry. We've talked about family life, things that are important. Now we're going to talk about Brett's approach to life. What's all up in your brain? All right, so.
Good Lord.
As a self-described positive, optimistic, and free-spirited person.
Yeah.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Yes. Hypocrisy. I can't stand that. And the social media platform, Facebook, even some of my friends, I just hate when somebody, says one thing about whatever it could be about, and the very next week they were saying this thing that's absolute opposite. And it's like, stick to something. I hate that. The wishy-washy back and forth. I can't do it. And that's a big one for me. There's in relationships. I know we all do it. I'm a hypocrite. I'm not saying I'm not.
So what pisses you off? Like what makes Brett gets pissed? You're a positive person, so being such a positive person.
Okay, I'm going to use one. I'm going to use it on a political standpoint. I am not a political guy. I can't stand politics. I don't like religion either. Sorry, don't. I'm spiritual, but hate religion. So here's the deal. We had a presidential race. I'm going to use this as an example. We had one president in 4 years ago, and now his time is up, and he transferred it to another person. And then now we just elected another president. I was raised to you respect whichever man or woman is elected. I'm old, so that's the way it goes. We didn't pick on him. You accept it and you go, that's the new president. Let's hope to goodness he does great. While the last president was in that thing, I'm just telling you the truth. On the red side, they said there were so many mean
Is that the
things.
elephant or the donkey?
There were so many mean things being said about the other party. And I don't say mean things. I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm not that person. I just kind of go with whatever. But when the red won this year, and again, I don't have a side. So I wasn't for either side, okay? I don't have one. I don't because didn't really like choices. But so here's the scoop. We got the new guy, but what's crazy is a lot of my friends, a lot of people were saying, hey man, let's all, sit, across the table from each other, let's shake hands and let's be friends and let's go to work. And it's like, whoa. Wait a second. You guys were shredding the other side. And now all of a sudden, because y'all that's poor winners or sore losers or sore whatever the hell it is. I don't even know what it is. To me, it's just being hypocritical. I think you can't, because we're not politics. We're not politicians. So when we're all out there using social media to voice our opinions, we don't know what's really going on behind the closed doors for real. Do you really know what's going on behind the Pentagon walls? No. Or the White House? No, we don't really know. So we just get what we hear on social media and we think it's true, and then we lost friends. There were friends of mine that I heard said that some people got rid of them on Facebook because of who they picked. What?
That's insane.
So there you go. I mean, that's the hypocritical stuff kind of drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But
people that have optimistic personalities still get pissed off.
I don't get pissed off. I get disappointed and frustrated to me. Like just humanity in general. I think humans in general are all pretty good. I think most of us are pretty good. I just don't believe that.
How's your road rage? How do you handle that? And how do you...
Actually, what's crazy was when I was going through my weirdness, hard times, and I felt I was bad.
15-year period.
I got bad, and so I never was like that, but I was.
Kyle told me this one thing. People get pissed off on the road and they give
Kyle's her husband.
Kyle's my husband, and he'll people flip the bird when they're super pissed on the road or whatever. Kyle he taught me his thing that he does, and I just think it's my new favorite. And so instead of going around and giving the bird, he's like, do this because it's gonna piss them off so much more. If you do this, they're gonna look at you confused, and it's this. Give them a thumbs down. Like if they're being an idiot on the road, instead of like every time you would want to give them the bird, you'd be like, and they literally will look at you, but like a thumbs down. You know, like it's so offensive. It's like almost more offensive than a middle finger.
Right? Like you're a loser.
Yeah, like dumb down.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
you know what I do sometimes? I actually wave at them. I started waving. I mean, where they're sitting there going, I'm like, hey, and I just wave at them because I'm like, and what same thing? The same thing. They're like going,
what?
Wait a second. Did he wave at me? I mean, it does. It kind of confuses them, but
throws their game off.
I'm better about all that stuff. But pet peeves, like in like little pet peeve stuff. Yes, my fingers are short and fat for the most part. They're not too short, but believe it or not, if I drop a pick on the hard ground, hard floor, I can't pick it up. There's not anything gonna happen. I've already played enough shows that everybody watches me, and I realize I've tried to pick that pick up about 20 times, and while I'm playing. And then they're like, dude, what are you doing up there? And it's like, yeah, so that's a little weird pet peeve. I can't pick up a flat anything.
You want to hear a fun fact about fingers? Even though they're all different lengths, isn't it funny when you bend your knuckles, they're all the same there in a row? And you open them and they're not the same, and then you put them and close them and they're in a row.
Whoa, bro. Whoa.
Also, did you know, according to Pretty Woman, did you know that your foot is the same size from your elbow to your wrist? Every person's foot is always the exact same length as your forearm. That's a fun fact straight from Pretty Woman, according to Julia Roberts. I would make you take your shoe off right now.
I believe it.
We'll do it later. So you get.
Oh, you don't want that to happen.
Always here to here is always the same. Everybody's foot will match it. Y'all try it. Take your shoes off right now. Stick your foot in your forearm. I promise you.
Oh,
that shit's gonna match.
I'll do it when I get home. Trust me.
I don't give a shit what size your foot is. All right.
What you got?
We're gonna talk about what drives you in life and where your dedication comes from. So I'd like to know, in regards to your approach to life, what motivates you daily when it comes to reaching long-term goals?
Okay. Because of my past, losing my brother so early at such an early age made me, and then we unfortunately had another family family member die tragically. After those two things happened, there's no long-term goals anymore for me. I go day to day, for real. I just go day to day. I'm thankful I'm here, but at the same time, I've lived a super good life, even though I've had the tragedy. But I've lived because I guess my being positive or trying to find the silver lining and everything. I've had a good life. I look at my career and go, that was awesome. I look at my family, they all love me and I love them. That's awesome. I have a daughter that kicks complete ass. That's awesome. I have a dog that just I wake up every morning to that loves me to pieces. That's awesome. So really, I look at it like, man, you know what? I mean, I'm just day to day. And and I mean this, it's morbid, but if they said I had cancer and I got 6 months to live. You know what? I've lived a really good life. So if I have to make room for some other person to come on this planet, I'm good. That's really how I feel. But if you're asking me what motivates me, is definitely my mom, because she's 91 years old and she is the most positive, hardworking, loving, understanding. I mean, I can't even describe it. Everyone who knows my mom.
Model for sure.
Everyone who knows my mom, I'm telling you right now, they know that she's.
I feel like I love your mom.
Yeah, she's just one of those people. So I'm blessed. That motivates me to get up every day, have coffee with her and my dog, play my guitar, because that's when I play and write. It's right when I wake up because I feel my brain's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And so I grab the acoustic and I start working on songs. And then next thing I know, my mom walks in and we start our conversation for the day. And then she gets up and goes and works, and I go do my thing.
What a beautiful thing. All right, one final question, just for fun. What are 3 things that Brett does every day that acts as your good mood food?
I listen to comedy on, I like to pull up comedians because I do it actually at night also, before I go to bed and when I wake up, because it puts me in a good mood, because it's funny. And they make light of even some of the worst hard time things. They can still make light of it to where it's not brutalness enough to make me get offended. I understand it's joke. I understand, but it's funny. And then I hear other people laughing in the audience, and that makes me laugh, and then I feel better. So I always do that in the morning, and when I go to bed, I listen to comedy.
Oh, I love that.
You know?
Some people listen to like Zen outs or affirmations or meditations.
Yeah.
Comedy, that's
comedy.
a great thing.
Comedy.
End the day on a light note.
Laughing is an endorphin releaser, big time.
Yeah, it is.
And so
it's also like laughing is like singing in the sense that everything else is gone.
It's
in that moment of a laugh, nothing else is happening. You're singing, nothing's happening.
And I would suggest that to somebody. I would tell them, for real, if you're into comedy,
is a real thing.
If you're into comedy, some people don't care. They don't have a funny bone.
Mm-hmm.
I like to laugh. I like to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's done, that's one. Feel good, without question. Coffee. I'm sorry, I'm addicted. I gotta have my cup of coffee too, every morning. And then 3 is I start working on my songs. That is the things that I start off I go to bed, listen to comedy, I wake up, listen to comedy, then I go and get my coffee, and then I give my dog a treat, and then I grab my acoustic. And there you go. That's my every single day. Matter of fact, my mom didn't like it, but she has to deal with it. We have 2 really beautiful chairs in the house that she had all done and everything. And it's right here, got a massive hole from the strap buckle from my guitar when I play, and it has now just ruined the chair. It's a big old massive
Now
hole.
it's a talking piece.
And now she says, many songs have been...
Right, there's many songs right there.
Lots of songs right there. And I'm like, sorry, Mom. She's like, it's okay. So she doesn't care. She's fine. That's what makes me motivated,
All good things.
Yeah, I mean...
Comedy, music, coffee, dog, mom.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to go the negative route. It's easy to be a victim. Yeah. It is. It really is easy to just be a victim. We're all victims, right? When we're born, we're victims. We're victims of what life is. What's it going to bring to us? We're going to have a roller coaster ride, whether you like it or not. And you're going to have your ups and downs, whether you like it or not. And you're going to have your bumps and bruises, whether you like it or not. And you're going to love somebody, and it's going to get taken away, whether you like it or not. So, people, that's it. And you better just find a way to have a good attitude, because that is what helps you handle those things, is being silver lining. Be that guy that looks for what's good out of it. What good came out of this? Half glass full or is it half empty? It's full, baby. Half full for me. Hate me for being positive. I really am that person. My mom is that person. That's how we are. I didn't ask for it. I'm a positive person.
Shout out to positivity.
Yeah.
And we're going to shout it out to you. You just finished the 3rd and final round. So much fun on the
Hail
show.
to the yeah.
There is one more thing for you to do. You're going to sign your name on the JBTM Wall of Fame.
Say what?
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Sign the Wall of Fame.
Let's do it.
Hop up there. Pick your spot.
Y'all, I just had the best time of my life right now. Just had the best time on the Joyce Behind the Mic show on Life Amplified. Just want you to know that. Just my name.
Sign an autograph on that wall. Autograph it. Pow! All right, now, one last free piece of advice for our friends watching today? What's it going to be for Brett? What are you going to tell the world?
Look, guys, let's just try to be patient and be sweet. Find the sweetness in whatever we all have sweetness inside us somewhere, and a lot of times we hide it behind the wall of our anger. But we all have hearts, and that means you got sweetness in there. So let the sweetness tear down those walls a little bit, and let's just start trying to be sweet and be patient with humanity, because humanity is imperfect, and we need to just be patient with humanity, and let's try to be sweet and just bring people together. And that's what
Sweetness, patience, straight from the horse's mouth. You heard it. It's word, done, signed, sealed, and delivered today in the Life Amplified Lounge with my friend Brett Axelson.
Thank you. I had a blast.
Stick around, y'all. We got a live music performance coming up that you will not want to miss.
Oh yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Newborn and helpless, they watched over you. They promised you perfection, a paradise without a view. Captured by their dogma, you grow without a trace of passion, guilt, or anger. No emotions mar your face. I've painted you pictures of what it's like to be free. But you stare into my eyes, blind as can be. Reflect upon their beliefs and the nature of their kind. But they are the thieves, still in your heart, soul, and mind. When it comes to love, it's your true love. Tribal love, baby. I'll raise my voice to you. I just want one chance. I know there's more that I can do in some way to enhance it. But day after day, you can't escape my mind. 'Cause I still think about you, babe. Time after time, when it comes to love, it's your tribe of love. Yeah, you feel that bass guitar in your soul.